Rattlesnake is a 2019 Netflix original horror movie that I missed 2 months ago because I heard very blah things about it, and a couple other things came out. I think it came out on October 18th, if memory serves me correctly, and other things were out, and I just put it to the wayside. But now that I'm trying to knock out all my 2019 horror movies, which I think I have like 15 left or something, because I watched 7 today. Yes, Christmas Day, didn't have anything to do. First Christmas away from my kids. I legit spent the entire thing by myself watching film all day long. So this is my second to last here. This is about a woman whose kid gets bit by a rattlesnake, and she has to trade somebody else's life for her child. So they perform some kind of black magic or something essentially on her daughter, and the price of that is the mom has to kill somebody, replace what, like, her death with somebody else's essentially. And so the mom, or the kid will die obviously. So the mom goes out and she has to like sundown to do this. And so she goes out and she looks for a victim to replace her daughter's spot in. I don't even know what to say there. I'm like, I keep fucking fumbling. Like, replace her daughter's soul. I mean, that's not what they're doing. Take her daughter's place in death. There, I got it out. Shit, man, I was struggling with that one. You guys get what's going on here, but I needed it to make sense in a sentence structure because I was going to drive myself insane. Moving on. So, at the end of the day with this movie, I will say it is pretty blah. And that is honestly pretty surprising to me. Not because my friends told me it was blah and, I should have listened to them. So why is it surprising? No, it's surprising because of the director. The director of this did The Final Hours and 1922. And when I saw that he was doing another horror movie, I was like, oh shit, for Netflix too? Wow, cool. Because I thought The Final Hours was fantastic. I thought 1922 was really damn good. So when I saw he was doing this, I was like, absolutely, sign me up. And unfortunately, it is just kind of blah at the end of the movie. And that's a shame because there are some cool things in here. There were a couple moments where I was like, oh, that was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. But just overall, at the end, it was very blah. And a lot of that has to do with, I feel like one of the biggest problems with the film is repetitiveness. So the kid gets bit, takes her to the chick to heal her. She heals, soul trade. And then that's like maybe the first 30 minutes of the movie. And then the next like 40 minutes of the movie are these spirits reminding her, you got a ticking clock, girl. Better get going. And it's just one after the other. It's like, all right, there's another person who died and is telling her and reminding her she's got more time. And there's another person and there's another person or another spirit. And it's like, oh my God. And then of course we get the convenience of, how many times have you been out in your life? Now, be serious here. I'm sure when you get cut off in traffic or, somebody does something in a store or whatever, and you're like, oh, I want to kill this person, and you think everyone's scum and blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Honestly, how often do you go out and experience someone who you genuinely think should die? Die. Not, oh, I'd like to beat that person up, or, I'd rather that person wasn't around me, or something. Die. Like, you can safely say in your head, like, okay, this person is horrid. This is a horrible human being. Because, of course, this is a woman who's a good person. She doesn't want to kill any just random person. That wouldn't make for much drama, right? And of course, this movie has to have the convenience. I don't care if this is like a spoiler. It isn't a spoiler because you don't know really what happens at the end. So I'm just saying, of course, she's going to happen upon this perfect person of like, oh, this is the kind of person that should die. And that's just one of those eye-rolly things that movies do. I know. Trust me, I've seen plenty of vigilante movies. I've seen all these things, and it always does come down to, wow, that's convenient. I mean, how many times have you went out and saw a girl, not that this happens in this movie, I'm just talking about like vigilante movies and whatnot. If you went out and saw a girl like getting raped, getting like full on physically assaulted. I've seen it, not the rape, but physically assaulted, yes. Maybe once or twice in my life, you know, like where guys are actually like pushing her around or something like that. Very rare. You hear about it, but actually seeing it in person in front of you, not often. Unless you're like a bouncer or something, you know what I mean? But, oh, I don't know. The convenience of that mixed with the repetitiveness, mixed with the very generic storyline, it's a very uninspired film. I think, yeah, just when it comes down to it, at the very end of the movie, some interesting elements, but just very blah. And that's a shame. That's a shame with this director. So, anyway, not a recommendation. I was hoping to be the guy who come in here and defend the thing, but I'm leaving this with a, you can skip it. Bummer. All right.